Hey everyone, it's me, Emu, and in this video I'll be recording a revamped Warlock guide. So Warlock got a revamp yesterday along with the Halloween update, and I will be making an updated build for that. So yeah, let's get right into the video. So first of all, I'll show you guys where to become a Warlock, which is quite an important step, I would say, in building the Warlock. So here's the entrance to the Tree of Life, and here's Taximan Dave. So either way you come, they're pretty close. So yeah, after that you just want to come to this warp over here, warp once, and then you should see this gate thing. So then once you do that, just go up the stairs. And once you're up the stairs, just turn a right over here, and then here is the Warlock Trainer NPC. So you just want to talk to her, and you become a Warlock. And again, just to remind you, you have to be a level 30 Mage to become a Warlock. Alright, so now let's go on to the skill and stat build. So now for the abilities and equipment for Warlock. So for the abilities, I did stats, just max intelligence for the best magic attack bonus. So yeah, that's basically very easy. Most mages should do this unless they have a multi-bomb. Then just put 30 into dexterity. For the adventure book, I just put yeah, the usual, except I didn't put it into rock throw but regeneration this time, just because once you do dark pulse, it takes some of your health away, so regeneration is always good to have. Now for the mage book, I just put 10 into mana bomb, 5 into blink, and then 2 into thunder call. The reason I put 2 into thunder call is because last video I used the forgotten staff, and now we're using the chitin scythe, and you don't really need that much you don't really use thunder call anymore. So yeah, I just put the rest in there. Now for the Warlock book. So I used I put 4 into Blood Plague because the upgrade from to 5 isn't really that high, or the damage isn't really that high. So yeah, I just put 4 into that. 1 into Chain Binding, because if you're planning to PvP, then Chain Binding is a really good move because it stuns opponents. So yeah, it's always good to have at least 1 into Chain Binding. It's a really good move even with just 1 in it. Now, I didn't put any into Pillage Vitality because in the update they made it really slow. So now Pillage Vitality goes like, let's say 1, 2, 3 instead of before, like it shoots the bolts out really quickly, like 1, 2, 3. Now it goes slower, like 1, 2, 3. Which you might not get my example, but yeah, instead of shooting them really fast one by one, it shoots them a bit slower one by one. So yeah, and now we have a really cool new move called Desecrate, which is an OP move. I put 10, you can put 9 in it if you don't want the extra range, but as I'm planning to PvP with this move, yeah, and it increases the range, Desecrate, just max that out. And then I put the rest into Dark Pulse because Dark Pulse actually has now good range and good damage. The reason I didn't put 10 is because you can also alternate it with Mana Bomb, so it's a good combo. So yeah, that's it. And I also wanted to put a bit into Chain Binding and Blood Plague. So now for the equipment that I'm using. So as last video, I used the same hat, the slime infused hat, great scrolled. That's probably the only thing you should scroll, have a great scroll, which is really good. Then the Archimagus robes with 35 vit and 129 defense, which the Archimagus robes now get or they give vit, and some Warlock moves scale off of vitality, so yeah, it's always good to have that extra vitality. Same boots as last time, Scarab boots for the high walk speed, and now the only change that I did is a Chitin Scythe instead of the Forgotten Staff. Now, the reason I did the Chitin Scythe is because of the 10 Vitality. As I said, some Warlock moves scale off Vitality. So yeah, it's pretty good to have, and that extra little bit of Vitality. Well, now let me showcase you the moves. So this is Desecrate, an absolutely broken move that you can actually walk around with and use other moves with it. That was a Dark Pulse, so let me play that again once the cooldown is done. And yeah, that's what I was talking about. You can alter it with a Mana Bomb, which is quite a good combo wombo. But yeah, it's also still very powerful if you didn't max it out like I did. This is Chain Binding. As you see, it stuns your victim. And then finally, this is Plague. So as you can see, the range is pretty good. It does a pretty decent damage. I would mainly use this move in PvP though, or boss fights. Yeah, but the main move you should be using and upgrading first, in my opinion, is Desecrate. So yeah, after all of that, I hope you enjoyed the video and see you next time. Have a good day. Adios.